Jai Hind everyone. Today we will study Biology Chapter 1 Tissues. Myself Anshi Goyal and I am going to teach you about what are tissues and its types. First, what are tissues? It is a group of cells having similar structure and functions in plants and animals. Group of cells called tissues. They carry out specific functions. Example, in human beings, the cells of the muscular tissues contract and relax and help in movement. Next, in plants, the cells of the vascular tissues conduct water and food from one part of the plant to the other. Now, next is what is the difference between plant and animal tissues? In plant tissues, first difference is plants do not move from one place to another. Whereas in animal tissues, they move from one place to another and need more energy than the plants.
Myself Anshi
Next,
Goyal,
most
and
of the
I'm
cells
going
of
to teach you
and the tissues
about what
in
are
plant provide
tissues
mechanical
and its
support and strength.
types.
Here,
First,
most of the cells
what are
and tissues in
tissues? It
animals
is a group
are
of cells
living
having
cells.
similar structure
and
Next,
functions in
we have
plants and
Andika
animals.
now.
Group of
So,
cells
in the plants,
called
most of the
tissues.
tissues
They carry out
consist of dead
specific
cells
functions
because they provide
Example,
mechanical
in
support
human
and
beings, the
strength to the
cells of
plants.
the muscular tissues contract
Whereas
and relax
here they do not
and
provide
help
the
in
mechanical
movement.
support in the
Next,
animals.
in plants,
Next
the
is
cells
plants,
of the
the growth
vascular
of the plants
tissues
takes place
conduct
only in
water
some regions.
and food from one part of the plant to the other.
So, plants have
Now,
tissues
next
called
is what is the
meristematic
difference
tissues which
between
divide and
plant and
help in
animal
growth and
tissues?
permanent
In
plant
tissues which
tissues
do not divide,
first difference is
basically.
plants do not
Whereas the
move
growth
from
of the animals
one
is
place
more
to
uniform,
another.
so animals
Whereas
do
in
not have
animal
separate
tissues,
dividing
they
and
move from
non-dividing
one place to
cells
another and need more energy
Animals
than
have
the
organs
plants.
having specialized
Next, most of the
functions.
cells of the,
So the
and the
organs have
tissues
specialized
in plant
tissues.
provide mechanical support
Next,
and
we come to
strength.
the
Here,
the most of the cells
now
and tissues in animals
the
are
entire plant
living
tissues.
cells. What are basically there are
Next,
two main
we
types:
have
meristematic tissue
now.
and permanent
So,
tissues.
in the plants, most of the
Which are
tissues
further
consist of
divided
dead
into
cells
the
because
meristematic
they
tissues
provide
further
mechanical
divided into
support
the
and strength
apical
to the
meristematic
plants.
tissue, interciliary
Whereas
meristematic tissue,
here they
lateral
do not
meristematic
provide the
tissue,
mechanical support
and
in the
permanent,
animals.
which is further divided
Next
into
is
simple
plants. The
permanent
growth
tissue,
of the plants
complex
takes place
permanent
only
tissue.
in some
Now,
regions.
simple permanent tissue is
So,
further divided into three types: parenchyma,
so
collenchyma,
plants have tissues
sclerenchyma,
called
and complex
meristematic
permanent
tissues
tissues
which divide
divided
and
into
help
two
in
types:
growth and permanent
xylem and
tissues
phloem,
which do not divide. Is it
basically.
clear? Now,
Whereas the
permanent
growth of the
tissues
animals
basically
is
are
more
of two
uniform, so
types. It
animals
is
do not
written
have
in the same
separate
way only
dividing and non-dividing
that
cells.
the
Animals have
simple permanent
organs
tissue and the
having
complex
specialized
permanent
functions,
tissues.
so the organs have specialized tissues.
Next, we come to
The
what are basically meristematic
now
tissues. Meristematic
the
tissues are
entire
found in the
plant
growing
tissues.
regions
What
of the
are
plants, like the tips
basically
of the
there are
roots,
two main types:
stem, and
meristematic
branches. They
tissue
divide
and permanent
continuously and help in
tissues,
the growth of the plant.
which are further
There are
divided
three
into
types:
the
apical
meristematic tissue is
meristematic
further
tissues,
divided into
lateral
the
meristematic
apical
tissue,
meristematic tissue,
and intercalary
interciliary
meristematic
meristematic tissue,
tissues.
lateral
Now,
meristematic tissue,
apical meristematic
and
tissue, they are
permanent,
present
which
in the
is further
tips of
divided into
stems and
simple
roots.
permanent tissue,
They help
complex
in the
permanent
growth of the
tissue.
stems
Now,
and
simple permanent
roots.
tissue is further
Lateral
divided into three
meristematic
types:
tissue, they are present
parenchyma,
in the sides of
collenchyma,
the stems and
sclerenchyma,
roots.
and
They help
complex
to
permanent
increase
tissue
the
is
depth
divided
of the
into two
stems and
types:
roots.
xylem and phloem.
Intercalary meristematic tissues,
Is it
they are
clear?
present at the
Now,
base of the
permanent
leaves
tissues
and
basically are
internodes
of
and
two
help
types. It is
in the
written
growth of
in the same way
those
only.
plants.
That
Next, we
the
come to
simple permanent tissue and the
permanent
complex
tissues.
permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are formed from meristematic tissues.
Next,
They
we
do
come
not
to
divide and have permanent
what are
shape
basically
and size.
meristematic tissues.
They
Meristematic tissues
differentiate
are
into
found in the
different
growing
types of
regions of
permanent
the plants,
tissues.
like the tips of the
Permanent
roots,
tissues are of two
stem,
main
and
types.
branches. They divide
They are
continuously
simple
and help
permanent
in the
tissue
growth
and
of the
complex
plant.
permanent tissue.
There are of three types: apical
Now,
meristematic
simple
tissues,
permanent tissues
lateral
are made up
meristematic
of
tissue,
one type of
and
cell. They
intercalary
are of three types
meristematic
called
tissues. Now,
parenchyma,
apical
collenchyma, and
meristematic tissue, they are
sclerenchyma. As
present
I
in the
told
tips
you,
of stems
now
and roots.
parenchyma. It
They
consists
help
of
in the
loosely
growth of the
packed
stems
thin
and
walled cells
roots.
having
Lateral
more
meristematic tissue,
intercellular
they are present
spaces.
in the
Some
sides of the
parenchyma
stems
cells and
and
the
roots.
leaves
They help
contain
to increase the
chloroplast and
width of the
prepare food
stems
by
and
photosynthesis.
roots.
They have
Intercalary
large air
meristematic
and
tissues,
cavities
they are
which help
present
the
at the base
plant
of
to
the
float
leaves
on
and
water.
internodes and help
These
in the
cells
growth
of
of
the roots and
those
stems store
plants.
water and minerals.
Next, we come to
Now,
the
collenchyma, it consists
permanent
of
tissues.
elongated
Permanent tissues are formed from
cells having less
meristematic tissues. They
intercellular
do not
spaces
divide
and
and have
thicker at the
permanent corners.
shape and
They give
size.
flexibility
They
and allow easy
differentiate into
bending of the
different types
different
of permanent
parts like
tissues.
stem, leaf,
Permanent
etc.
tissues are of
They
two main
also give
types.
mechanical
They are
support
simple
to the
permanent tissue
plants.
and
Now,
complex permanent
sclerenchyma,
tissue.
that consists of long, narrow,
Now,
dead,
simple
thick
permanent
walled
tissues are
cells.
made up of one
The
type of
cell's
cell.
walls
They are of three
contain
types
lignin,
called
a chemical
parenchyma,
substance which act
collenchyma,
like a cement
sclerenchyma.
and
As I told
hardens
you,
them Now,
it gives
parenchyma.
strength and
It
hardness
consists
to the
of
plant
loosely
parts.
packed, thin
Now
walled
this you
cells
can see the cross
having
section
more
of parenchyma,
intercellular
collenchyma,
spaces. Some parenchyma cells
under the
in the leaves
microscope.
contain chloroplast and prepare
Next we
food
come
via
to the permanent
photosynthesis.
fundamental tissue, that
They
is
have large
again
air and
we are
cavities
talking
which
about
help the plant
these
to float on
parenchyma,
water.
collenchyma, sclerenchyma, the
These cells
characteristics
of
and
the
its
roots and
specialized
stems
function.
store water and minerals.
Characteristic feature
Now,
is unspecialized
collenchyma,
cell
it consists of
primary
elongated
walls. Function is photosynthesis,
cells
secretion,
having less
storage.
intercellular spaces
Then
and thicker
elongated
at the
cells
corners
with uneven
give
primary
flexibility
walls
and allow
living at the
easy bending of
maturity.
the different parts
Function
like
here,
stem, leaf,
support in
etc.
leaves and stems.
They also give
Here,
mechanical support
the
to the
specialized
plants.
function
Now,
of the
sclerenchyma, it
elongated
consists
with
of
very
long,
thin,
narrow, dead, thick walled
secondary
cells.
walls
The
dead at
cells
maturity
walls
and they provide
contain
support to the
lignin,
plants.
a chemical
Next we come to
substance
the
which act like a
complex tissue,
cement and
permanent
hardens
tissues.
them.
They are
It
made
gives
up of more
strength
than
and
one
hardness
type
to
of
the
cells.
plant
They are
parts.
two types
Now,
of
this you can
complex
see the
tissues.
cross-section of
They are
parenchyma,
xylem,
collenchyma,
phloem.
sclerenchyma.
They are called vascular
under
or
the
conducting
microscope.
tissues.
Xylem consists
Next
of
we come to the
tracheids,
permanent
vessels,
fundamental tissue, that
xylem,
is again
parenchyma and
we are
xylem
talking
fibers.
about the
These
tracheids and the
parenchyma,
vessels help to
collenchyma,
transport
sclerenchyma, the
water and minerals
characteristics and its
from the root to
specialized
all
function.
parts of the plant.
Characteristic feature
Xylem
is
parenchyma
unspecialized
stores
cell
food
within
and fibers
primary
help in
walls.
support. Function is photosynthesis, secretion,
Phloem
storage.
consists of sieve tubes,
Then
companion
elongated
cells,
cells with
phloem,
uneven primary
parenchyma,
walls
and
living at the
phloem
maturity.
fibers. The sieve
Function
tubes and
here,
companion
support in
cells
leaves and
transport
stems.
food from
Here,
leaves to all parts of the
specialized
plant.
function
Of
Phloem
the sclerenchyma
stores
elongated
food
with
and
very
fibers
thin,
help in the
thick support.
secondary walls
Now,
dead at
regarding
maturity,
animal
and
tissues, we
they
will
provide
discuss in
support
the
to
next
the
class.
plants. Next we
Stay
come to the
safe, stay
complex
happy.
tissue,
Bye-bye.
permanent
Thank
tissues.
you all.
They are made up of more than one type of cells. There are two types of complex tissues. They are xylem, phloem. They are called vascular or conducting tissue.